Hello patrons! Welcome to your August bonus video. This month you have graciously asked me to talk about my Pokemon World's 2025 Anaheim experience, and to show you the footage that I got. Thank you for choosing such a convenient topic. I also happen to need to make a main channel video about this month, so basically what I've decided to do is there's going to be two versions of this video. Patrons will get the full version with all of the vlog content in it, and what will go on the main channel is a shorter version that will just be a summary of the really relevant stuff. So if you're watching on Patreon, there isn't really a reason to also watch the YouTube upload because it will be identical, it will just have less stuff in it. The only parts that will be unique to YouTube are the intro and outro. What are the Pokemon World Championships, or what I refer to as just Worlds? Well, it's the finale of a year-long competitive Pokemon play circuit that spans the TCG, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go, and the main series games. For each format, players compete at regional, then national, and then finally international levels to see who takes home the champion title, scholarship or cash prizes, and a big heavy Pikachu trophy. These trophies are so heavy that they shattered Sejun Park's Deedle from the sheer weight of all the trophies that he's won. The first prize winner in each format gets $50,000, and their choice of either a scholarship or cash, or in some age divisions, a prepaid visa. The very first competitive Pokemon World Championships was in 2004, making this year's the 21st annual Pokemon World Championships. Many people attend as players competing in the various categories, but many also attend as spectators, to watch all of the matches on a big screen, and to take advantage of such a massive gathering of Pokemon fans all in one place. And it has become the closest thing to an official Pokemon convention as you can get. There are official side events that spectators can play in, where you can win points for prizes, and also unofficial fan-organized events. There are also official Pokemon partner booths, game demos, exhibits, cosplay exhibitions, and meet and greets. Finally, there is always a pop-up Pokemon Center store with exclusive merchandise that you could only get at the event. I will show you as much as possible in this video, but there are honestly so many things going on that even I did not get to do absolutely everything in the 1 week that I was in Anaheim. So going to Worlds this time was a very different experience than the previous years that I've attended. My first Worlds was 2015 in Boston. That was the year of the Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions concert. I attended as a spectator with a media pass, and that year I had flown myself there and got my own accommodations. My only acknowledgement that year was my name in the credits of the symphony for helping to promote it on YouTube prior to the event. This year, on the other hand, 2025, the Pokemon Company actually got me a hotel room, #expenses paid, and featured me on their website as a notable trainer. They also hosted an official meet and greet for me. Basically, I have loved Pokemon so hard for so long that Pokemon was forced to acknowledge me. So it is a very different set of circumstances, and I should mention that I got quite a few perks from this arrangement, such as access to a creator preview hour of the Pokemon Center pop-up store, reserved seating for the opening and closing ceremonies, lots of gifts of #free products, free access to side events, and invitations to a few exclusive Pokemon partner parties. So please do keep all of that in mind when I talk about my experience. It was very stress-free for me, as my access to most everything that I wanted to do there was guaranteed beforehand, in spite of how many people were attending. And my stay was paid for, which makes a really big difference in an expensive place like Anaheim, right next to Disneyland. Now, am I saying all this to brag? Yes, but also so that you know that my experience is going to be overwhelmingly positive, thanks to people going out of their way to make sure that I had a good time, and that I have biases that other people without my levels of access, gifts, perks, and paid expenses might not have. I think what's cool about Worlds is that there's kind of a LARP aspect to it. It feels like visiting the Indigo Plateau in real life, or going to an in real life version of the Pokemon World Tournament from Black and White 2. You get to see real life top Pokemon trainers compete for real prizes, and in the case of the VGC, using Pokemon that they raised in their own main series Pokemon games. It takes the RPG experience of the main series games to a whole new level. And this year in particular, that aspect was really heightened, because unlike other years, this year the finale was held in the arena attached to the convention center. My main goal in going this year is, now that I'm primarily making content about older Pokemon games, many of those games have local multiplayer features that have been historically difficult to take advantage of. Very recently, some retro creators, namely Quick Panic, Absol Blogs Pokemon, and Nora in the Future, have been organizing unofficial retro game meetups at these Pokemon Play events. And I was super excited about the opportunity to go mix records, trade Pokemon, earn medals, and maybe get an exclusive event Pokemon or two. I attended the Portland Regionals for the first time this year as well, and even at Regionals they had an area set up with CRTs and retro consoles. And at Regionals I participated in a side event where there was a retro minigame tournament that had rounds for people competed in Stadium's Battle Now, Pokemon Puzzle League on the N64, and the Stadium minigames. And that was so much fun. And Worlds was going to have this retro area set up as well. So I had a few things in mind that I wanted to do, and mostly I just wanted to see what the event had to offer an older Pokemon fan such as myself. If it's still worth going if you love Pokemon, but you also still love the older Pokemon games, and not just the newest game, Scarlet and Violet. I am also still playing Scarlet and Violet, and I'm really into Pokemon Go. So I was excited to see the top players in the world compete in these games, and also I knew that there would be Worlds exclusive Pokemon Go content that I was excited to do, although I didn't know what this would be beforehand. To start with, my experience at Worlds was quite a bit longer this year than in previous years, because Pokemon gave me a hotel room in Anaheim from August 12th to the 18th. So instead of just staying for the weekend of the event itself, I got into town on Tuesday. I'm in Portland, so the flight to the event itself is quick and easy. I actually happened to be on the exact same flight as Peachiana, another content creator from Portland who was attending. I met her for the first time earlier this year at Portland Regionals, so it was nice to see a familiar face already. We chatted about cosplay, things that we hoped to do while we were there, and what we hoped to get from the Pokemon Center pop-up. Once I got into town, I took a taxi to the hotel, and I was floored by how luxurious it was. I made it to Anaheim. This is such a nice hotel. Oh my gosh. This is one of the nicest hotels I have ever stayed in my life. And to top it off, Pokemon had left a gift basket of free Year of Eevee merch in my hotel room. Apparently each of the Pokemon partners got one and we all got a different evolution, and the one that they gave to me was Sylveon. So my government assigned evolution is Sylveon. This was actually great because I was trying to pick out a bucket hat to wear to Disney that week, and the very bucket hat that I was considering was gifted to me in this gift basket, along with an evolution mug, a Lightbox diorama, and a Ditto Sylveon plushie. They even gave me a gift box of Sylveon stuff. I was literally going to buy this hat for this trip, and now I don't have to. I don't know what that is. It's hard to tell. I have to open the box, but I'm just so happy. My camera did not charge when I charged it yesterday, so I'm leaving it plugged in and hopefully it works by the time the event starts. They gave me these custom room keys, and then they gave me a normal room key and recommended that I save this one and not use it. So yeah, I will. Thank you. And this was in addition to the care package of Worlds merchandise that they sent to me before I even left, which included this baseball jersey, this cute duffel bag. It looks better when there's stuff in it. Two of the plushes back there, the Pikachu and the Fennekin, this Toad's Cruel pin, and lots of TCG stuff, like a player mat, cards, sleeves, and a full black booster bundle. Shall we open this now? Energy card goes to the front, I believe. So we got Pidove, Carablast, Golett, Ponyard, Electros, Sharna, Hansage, Reverse Hollow Darumaka. Ooh, Reverse Hollow Patillo. And Curum EX! Next pack, we have our Fire Energy, we have Audino, we have Krokorok, Pansage, Elgium, Cincino, Electric, Fennel, that's cool. Reverse Hollow Fracture, Reverse Hollow Cryogonal, Landorus, ooh, yeah, cool. We have a basic Dark Energy, Tynamo, Axew, Snivy, Munna, Seismitoad, Lilligant, Professor's Research, Reverse Hollow Elgium, Prism Energy, ooh, and Volcarona, Grass Energy, Emolga, Clink, Palpitoad, Fracture, Crustle, is it Crustle or Crustle, Bisharp, Amoonguss, the same Amoonguss but hollow foil or reverse hollow, Beheum, and holofoil Haxorus. Basic Steel Energy, Munna, Snivy, Panpour, Girder, Golurk, Energy Coin, Escavalier, Reverse Hollow Golett, Reverse Hollow Klinklang, regular Hollow Klinklang. Alright, last pack. Starting off with a holofoil Psychic Energy. We got Dwebble, Panpour again, Pansage, Solosis, and Pheasant, Cryogonal again, Golurk, Reverse Hollow Timber, Reverse Hollow Audino, and Beartic. It's a cool Beartic. So that's all the stuff I pulled from my Bold Black Pokemon cards. Once again, these were #free product. Thank you, Pokemon. Jumping back into the story of my trip. So when I got there to my hotel room, I had to sit and just emotionally process for a minute that Pokemon was treating me like a VIP after all these years, and after being a fan of the brand for my entire life, and how unexpected this set of circumstances was even earlier this year. I do really appreciate being acknowledged and noticed and taken care of by them after everything, so it was very meaningful to me. So once I had recovered a bit, I walked over to downtown Disney, which I had never been to before, to meet a few other creators for dinner. Walking to downtown Disney. I've never been. Never, I don't think.
And then are having people like see what plushie they get too.
Yeah, that's cool.
If they have Marshall on, you get.
Oh, look at the little trees. That's so cute.
A little wicker cart.
So I ended up meeting Pink Britters, Glaxon13, and Yenna again, and a few of her friends that were also there for Worlds. Downtown Disney is like a bunch of stores and restaurants right in front of the entrance to Disneyland, where you can have lots of different like themed restaurant foods, and you can also shop for Disneyland Park exclusive merch there without actually going into the park. We played some Pokemon Go. I had been friends with Glax on Pokemon Go for about a year leading up to the event because I was looking to get 2 different Pokemon to finish my Hoenn decks in the game. I needed Tropius and Relicanth, and Glaxon traded me a Tropius, which was the second to last Pokemon that I needed to finish the decks. We walked around and browsed the stores, and we had dinner at the restaurant there that's themed like Pirates of the Caribbean. I tried to look up what the name of this restaurant was in hindsight, but it's actually impossible to find a list of like restaurants and shops that are just in downtown Disney and not in Disneyland itself. I'm not sure why. It was good though, I had a Pokeball. Appropriate. On the morning of the 13th, all the creators gathered for the Pokemon Center Creator Preview Hour, before Worlds officially opened to spectators and the regular Pokemon Center reservations. What struck me at first was the enormous difference in the huge number of creators attending compared to previous years. In the past years that I personally had attended, there were maybe like a dozen or so creators that would go as media or as spectators. This year, with all of the different influencer manager teams from different territories around the world, there were were over 200 people going as creators, representing all kinds of different genres of content, languages, and demographics. I feel like Pokemon content creation has always been a kind of diverse group of people, especially for a franchise that includes video games as one of its main products, but it was cool to see Pokemon make an effort to make sure that lots of different kinds of voices were included here. And it was also a shock just to see how many people are making Pokemon content of all kinds now. We have come a long way from 2006. I guess Iono being a character in the games is proof of that. In 2015, the Pokemon Center pop-up was about the size of a mall shoe store. There was one line of exclusive merch, which included a t-shirt, a playmat, one plush, and smaller things like card sleeves. All of the merch that year was based around the Boston Tea Party, so Pikachu had a 1770s sailor theme. In 2025, on the other hand, the Pokemon Center was the size of an entire convention hall. To represent California, they went with a 50s, 60s Americana theme. To me, the Letterman jackets, boogie boards, and hot rod cars make me think of the Beach Boys, like Surfin' USA, True to Your School, and their song Get Around. But this year they actually had several different themed collections of merch. And it wasn't just t-shirts and plushes. It also included things like home goods, sporting goods, multiple different apparel collections, collaborators with designers, and even a mini jukebox that you had to enter a lottery for a chance to purchase.
Welcome, trainers. Thank you. Hope you're having a great morning. Please take your time and enjoy some of our wonderful photo ops here in our lounge space. We're going to be letting you into the store in about 10 minutes. So please take your time and make your way to shift your start queue at the entrance of the store.
These are cute. Vaporeon. Gudra. Posters. Oh, which one do I get? I like this one a lot. They had a Mr. Mime one, that's what I would get. But I think I'm gonna get this one. Oh, it's the soda plush. I love the soda plush. This is so cute. Should I get the Mudkip? He's too skinny though, compared to Oshawott. I love them. Oh no, my weakness. Glassware. These are so cute. Milkshake glasses. I have to be careful. This is gonna come out to way more than I think it is. More soda plush. There's a soda Porygon. I've never even seen that before. A little soda Jigglypuff. An Oddish. Oh no, I love them all. They're so cute. I could get the soda Jigglypuff to carry around in my cosplay. Oh, they're like $20 each. I'll get Jigglypuff and Oddish. Oh no, help me. There's also a Bulbasaur I've never seen before. No, there's more? I can't believe there's more. There's a Soda Jirachi. There's Larvitar and Goomy. You can tell that these are my favorite because I have footage almost exclusively of them. And there's a Soda Eevee too. And a Raichu. Look, it's Raichu. More plush backpacks. Lezione. These are very cool. But I haven't actually seen the jukebox yet. You get a good haul?
Oh yeah.
I'm worried when I go to check out what my total's gonna be.
I'm so scared. I have a high credit limit.
Have you seen the jukebox anywhere?
I have not.
I saw the skateboards, but I have not found the jukebox.
I've seen pictures of it online, and it seems like it's maybe half the height of the skateboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's got like a CD player in it.
That's so cute. Oh,
It's
there's.
a shame they didn't do a ton of drugs, but not bad.
They did more than I was expecting.
Yeah. To be fair, last year they didn't have a limit on that stuff, and I was like, this doesn't feel fair.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially since we're in here
Imagine,
before
all the
everybody
creators
else.
took up the boards.
Right. I better stop. I'm just gonna go around one more time. Postcards. Oh wow. It's a boogie board. They don't have the tour stops in the back. Do they do that anymore? I wonder if this is a better shirt to get for this year. It's a cooler shirt. I'll put the other two shirts back. And I think it's time to check out. I think I have officially grabbed all that I can grab. I think I have multiple bucket hats in here. I'm going to return this one.
How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing well. Where are you from?
Oregon.
Oh, I was gonna ask how the travel is, but so many people here are from LA, so I didn't know.
I grew up in Southern California, so it was pretty fun to see them represent SoCal with something really recognizable in pop culture without just pulling from the obvious Hollywood entertainment industry stereotypes that come to mind when you think of the LA area. The last time Worlds was in Anaheim was actually in 2017, and that year they just went with a beachy theme to go with the sun and moon Alola vibes that were brand new at the time. So even though this is not the first time that Pokemon Worlds has been in SoCal, I think this is the first time that we got a Southern California themed specific array of merch. I honestly really wanted the boogie board because Surfing Pikachu is so iconic, but I didn't really want to try and get that home, and I have no use for it here in Portland. What I did end up getting was the entire Ren Spooner set with the bucket hat, bag, and button-up shirt, a magnet, and a few other non-Worlds, non-exclusive Pokemon Center goodies. I cannot resist the soda plushes, so I got Soda Oddish and Jigglypuff, as well as the Anaheim Jigglypuff with the bow, as you see back there. I also got a Goodra Omocat water bottle and a Skinny Dip phone case that I did not realize until after I checked out doesn't actually fit my phone. I did have the opportunity to exchange this for one that did, but because I was so busy the whole weekend, I just never made it back to the Pokemon Center after that. In total, I ended up spending around $400 on everything, and I have no excuse really. So as I mentioned, creators were invited to a special preview hour to shop and get footage, and otherwise people needed to make reservations for specific dates and times in order to keep the shop from being too overwhelmed. In the past, there was always anxiety, even when the event was way smaller, that the Pokemon Center would run out of goods before even the opening ceremonies. I talked about worrying about this all the way back in my 2015 vlog. I can't speak for how the experience was for other attendees, just for myself, so I can't say how much of an improvement this system was from previous years where reservations weren't required at all. However, I definitely appreciated not having to pick between attending the opening ceremonies and getting to the Pokemon Center before exclusive goods disappeared. And really high demand items were sold on an interest-less lottery basis, so it was more fair who did and didn't get a chance to buy one. There were no TCG packs available to buy at the Pokemon Center during Creator Hour, and that was to make sure that they wouldn't run out. the creator preview day for the Pokemon Center. I actually opened this box so I was able to see what was in it. This is like a diorama that lights up. Very cute. And here's a better look at the Ditto Sylveon. So cute. Probably gonna wear this to Disneyland. Later that day, there was a Pokemon partner party, try saying that 3 times fast, at Splitsville in downtown Disney, the bowling alley. I was going to just walk over again because it wasn't very far from my hotel and the weather was actually nicer in Anaheim that week than it was in Portland, but 2 cosplayers from Hawaii, Evolution Cosplay and Sarar Tonin, were super nice and offered me a ride in their Uber. They basically adopted me for the remainder of the day and I bowled on a team with them at the party. I was bowling two-handed because 1, it's a legitimate pro strategy, look it up, and 2, I had press-on nails, but I didn't want to lose any. They were handing out more Bolt Black packs at this party for anyone who bowled a strike, and I managed to bowl 1 strike and I got 2 packs, one of which had an illustration rare Dwebble in it, which was really fun. When I pulled it, everybody was freaking out. It was very exciting. Then after bowling, me and the cosplayer girls got beignets at the shop there in downtown Disney. The following day, I went to Disneyland for the first time since 2010. The Pokemon influencer manager sent my badge to my hotel so that I could just spend the entire day at the park and not worry about having to check in. Growing up, I struggled with anxiety and theme parks were among my least favorite places on earth. I was always too scared to ride anything and was too consumed with hypervigilance to have fun or relax at all. However, earlier this year I went to Tokyo Disney Sea, and not only was I not scared of anything, I discovered that I actually love roller coasters. I love the cathartic release of intentionally experiencing something extremely scary after doing so much worrying about everything all the time. And I feel a little proud of myself for being brave enough to ride them now. And since I went to Tokyo Disney, I actually went to Oaks Park here in Portland for my birthday, and I rode even bigger, even scarier roller coasters there. So even though I was planning to go to Disneyland completely alone on this trip, I was really excited to just take the park at my own pace and do everything that I wanted to do.
Oh my god.
Hello.
I paid a little bit extra for the Lightning Lane pass, and as a single rider, between the 2 of those, I was able to walk onto basically every single ride for the first half of the day. First, I rode Space Mountain, which I had actually never been on before. And it's funny because in high school I was brave enough to ride the Matterhorn, but not Space Mountain, but I probably could have tolerated Space Mountain back then if I had known what it was like. But I was too scared of not knowing what it would be like to ever get on it back then. Then I rode Big Thunder Mountain for the first time, which I really enjoyed, but it definitely would have been way too scary for me as a kid. Then I tried Autopia, which I remembered liking as a kid, back when it was a brand new ride, but it's actually horrible. It's basically driving the worst car on earth at 6 miles per hour for 15 minutes. Then there's this whole new section of the park that's for some reason themed after Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness. I don't really know why, but somebody at Disney must be a really big fan of Gen 3, I guess. I think I'm inside Pyrite Town right now. This is just like Coliseum. Hope I'm going the right way. First, you walk through a Pyrite Town themed area and see replicas of the speeder bikes all over the place. And then they have this really cool ride called Rise of the Resistance where you're being chased by Cypher peons. It was by far my favorite ride of the day. Basically, there's a pre-show part of the ride with motion simulators, live actors, and animatronics. And then you get on the ride itself and it's just enormous in scope and scale. Everything is really big and impressive, and it has some really convincing effects. I'm normally horribly creeped out by rides with animatronics, which is why theme parks, and especially Disney, were such a scary place for me as a kid. But this one was really well done and it felt exciting for me the entire way through. And at that point in the day, my mod and friend Jana, also known as the Lost Arts, got into town and joined me at Disneyland. So for the vlog, me and Jana are at Disneyland.
Oh, we made some decisions.
We did. We got on Splash Mountain because there was no line.
We were like, oh my god, this had like an hour wait before.
Yeah, and it was like no line, so we got right on it, and just as the sun was setting.
It was perfect timing.
And
so we thought.
Yeah, we got soaked. We bought matching sweatpants, and now everything is exploding. So
We got funneled into like 2 different events.
yeah, there's a parade and fireworks and more fireworks, and I'm trying so hard to get to my locker so that we can
change so she can get a sweatshirt.
put our wet clothes away and get my sweatshirt, and it's been like an hour.
It's been a while.
We thought we were finally making progress.
We're once again stopped by events.
We are facing the direction we need to go, and it is walled off because the sky is exploding. We did it!
We finally got to the lockers after some trials and tribulations in
Yes.
back alleys.
And now we're gonna go ride one more thing, and then we're gonna go to bed, probably.
Hopefully.
So we rode the Matterhorn together. We tried some dark rides like Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland. We had dinner at Tiana's Palace. And then we got back in line for Rise of the Resistance a second time because Jana is such a big Coliseum and XD fan that I really thought that she should experience it. And then on the way back towards New Orleans Square, we tried Splash Mountain. After the parades and fireworks finally ended, they reopened the rest of the park, and we walked right onto our final ride for the day, which was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which was very similar to Rise of the Resistance, except basically nothing like it. Friday was the first actual day of the World's 2025 experience in the Anaheim Convention Center, and the first item on the itinerary was the opening ceremonies. In 2015, according to a Nugget Bridge article, there were over 300 players attending to compete, and the spectators were a mix of media and the family and friends of the players. Not too many people were coming for the Pokemon spectacle on its own at that point. In total, there were probably less than 1,000 people at that year's Worlds, but I don't have official numbers. This is just a guess based on being there and the number of players that were competing. This year, according to the PR manager, 30,000 people total attended Worlds in Anaheim, and 2,500 of those people were players competing.
to kick it off this weekend, and only a couple minutes before the official show starts. I'm Taylor Kay, I'm joined with Troy, Scott, Kyle, representatives from all 4 of our Pokemon games this weekend. How you all doing?
We're here, of course, to celebrate our titles, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. The Pokemon trading card game. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Unite. Over 2,000 of the world's very best trainers are here to claim the title of World Champion. Only a few can do it, and we're here to watch their world story unfold. Now you all know who we're going to see next, so please let's welcome to the stage the president and CEO of the Pokemon Company, Mr. Tsunekazu Ishihara!
Pokemon トレーナーの皆さん、ポケモンワールドチャンピオンシップス2025へようこそ。
Hello trainers and welcome to the 2025 Pokemon World Championships.
集まってくださった皆さん、そしてオンラインでご覧いただいている大勢の皆さんにまずは感謝を申し上げます。皆さんのポケモンへの愛と長年のご支援がこのイベントを本当に特別なものにしています。
I first want to thank everyone who traveled from around the globe to be here today, and of course all of you joining us online. It is your love and support of Pokemon over the years that truly make this a special event.
そして競技に参加するトレーナーの皆さん、新たな世界チャンピオンの誕生を見届ける観戦者の方々、そしてイベントを楽しみに来られた方もぜひ仲間と一緒に素敵な思い出を作ってください。
Whether you're here to compete, watch the rise of the next world champions, or to enjoy all of the event activities, I hope you all have a great time making special memories with your friends.
It was honestly overwhelming to see how huge Pokemon is now. It is humbling to be such a tiny fish in a huge pond, and it gave me like an existential feeling, like when you're studying astronomy and you have to think about the vastness and indifference of the universe. Pokemon is so big, and video games are just a teeny tiny part of an enormous franchise. When I think about the Pokemon video games, they're what I think of as Pokemon, but it occurred to me that for the 30,000 people attending, probably for a lot of them, when they think of Pokemon, they're thinking of something else. They may not think of it as the same thing as I do. To them, it may primarily be a trading card game. It might primarily be mobile games like Pokemon Go or TCG Pocket, or it could just be primarily character goods. It was both a shock and also very cool and interesting to see Pokemon's growth as a brand from 2015. From Pokemon Go's unexpected unexpected popularity in 2016 to the way that the TCG has exploded since 2020. It definitely makes me wonder if having so many people interested in Pokemon will impact the main series going forward. It definitely made me wonder what Pokemon games are going to be like even 5 years from now. I knew vaguely that Pokemon has been growing in popularity for the last 10 years, but to actually see 30,000 people all in one space, all for Pokemon, is a brand new experience for me. And it's something you can't really grasp the scope of without witnessing it in person. The general trend of each of these events is that everything is bigger and grander 10 years on, and the opening ceremony was no exception. In 2015, the opening ceremonies consisted of an intro video for the competition and a speech from Tsunekazu Ishihara that announced that the Wii U version of Pokken would be released, and then also kicked off the competition that year. To contrast, this year's opening ceremonies in 2025 were way different. To start things off, there were live musical performances from Cam Steady, Toasty Marshmallow, Nate Wants to Battle, and the MC Anna Prosser herself. They performed 2 songs from the 2025 Pokemon World soundtrack, which is streamable on Spotify, with choreography, live instruments, and pyrotechnics. It was impressive and also heartwarming to see longtime video game music creators featured on the main stage at Worlds and performing for a crowd of thousands of people. Then, after her song, Anna introduced Tsunekazu Ishihara, and he gave a speech, this time with no major announcements in the opening ceremony. Instead, he just welcomed the players, spectators, and thanked the friends and family of those competing for their support. Then, Anna officially kicked off the competition. When the ceremonies ended, I ran back to my hotel room to grab all of my games. The entire time I was at Worlds, I was carrying around my Game Boy Color with Crystal, a Game Boy Link cable, 3 Game Boy Advances, 3 wireless adapters, a Game Boy Advance link cable, my Pokewalker, and my 3DS. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with secret bases and the stories that would appear on your TV when you mixed records with someone. I would make new save files and mix records with myself over and over again to see more of them. So it was a childhood dream of mine to go to a Pokemon convention and mix records with as many other people as possible. Right away after the opening ceremonies, I found several people to mix records on the Pokewalker with, including Tales of Taylor and Glitch X City.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh my god, this is so based. Oh, Ladybug! Is it good? The Yachi berry. What?
Cool.
Thank you.
Then I went to the creator room and mixed records with even more people, like Absol Blog's Pokemon, Kotatsu, and Quick Panic. Let me make sure that it's gonna catch it. Okay.
Oh my, this is so awesome. Oh, look at Ladybug! Milky Way!
Oh, it
we
does
play
show the
battle.
name.
Oh, Red Shard!
Cool.
Sweet!
Thanks.
Oh, no trainer find. Okay, we gotta like time it. 3,
Connect.
2, 1. Okay. There it is. Ladybot. Milky Way. Yes.
What'd you get?
I got a green shard.
I got a big root.
Nice.
Cool. Maybe making a fairly similar video.
Unless you were there on Thursday when they decided to make it open to everybody. So it was a great idea.
I'm excited to see who you have on your Pokewalker.
It's nothing special. This is for the video save file.
Okay.
So I am not finished with the game yet.
All right. I met Tama, and we're about to have our Pokemon play. We're gonna have to sync it up. Ready?
I'm already in there.
I know. 1. Oh.
Sorry.
There we go. A Ladybug versus Shiny Munchlax. Who wins? Oh, they're just gonna play instead.
Another big root. I've been getting nothing but big roots today.
Blue Shard. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Oh, you have an Entei.
Yeah, is that Ladybug?
It's Ladybug.
Aw, the play battle.
What did you give me?
I got
Another big
TM10.
What'd you get?
TM10.
Psychic.
Psychic's 29.
Oh, you're right. What's 10?
10 is that one's okay? Rain Dance is 39 or Sunny Day is 39. Anyway, I think it's a weather thing.
Very cute.
What'd you get?
What'd you get? Thunderstone.
Wait, you got a Focus Sash?
Focus Sash. And I got a choice.
That's 0.5%. That's crazy.
Throughout the weekend, I mixed Pokewalker records with so many people that I actually lost track. Dozens and dozens of people. At my meet and greet, several people had Pokewalkers and mixed with me right there. Some people, like Legend Link, had a whole belt of Pokewalkers. He even had a logbook of who mixed records with him and on what date. I still can't see anything.
I know, oh my gosh.
Okay, here we go. I've gotten to the options somehow.
Yeah, I mean, these things don't exactly have the best screens.
Okay, now I'm on the right menu, I swear.
Ready?
Yeah!
There we go.
What'd I get?
Ooh,
a light ball!
You got a light ball?
Yeah!
That's such a good one. Oh my gosh.
Oh, do you want to do all the rest of them?
Is that like a yellow forest award?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, might as well. I mean, some of them, one of them might be dead. So,
I'm ready.
Ready, go.
There we go.
That one worked right away.
What we get?
Which is it. Revive.
What'd I get?
Full heal.
Another light ball.
Oh my gosh.
Just show the sheer amount.
All of them. Oh no, you're all good. Got 3 more of them, so we got the full squad going.
Oh my god.
Pretty much everyone on there is shiny.
It's really exciting that in 2025, you can actually take advantage of these features at meetups and experience them more fully than you could have when the games were even released. And that there are so many people that are as obsessed with Pokemon as I am out there, that they would also think to try and do the same thing. Many of the activities available at this year's Worlds are new either this year or were introduced after 2015. So there is so much to do compared to 10 years ago. At Worlds 2015, there were side events. There were also seats to watch the competitive matches, and at 2015 in particular, there was the Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions concert. But that was kind of it. These days there's so much to do at Worlds, I basically didn't have time to watch hardly any of the matches, and my schedule was packed full. So right after opening ceremonies, Quick Panic recommended that I check out the vendor section in Hall A since I hadn't been yet. So we headed right over. Making a video where I'm gonna compare Worlds from 2015 to this year. So I need to get like just a lot of random footage.
Yeah. Look, they've even got the sticker from the cartridge for Pokemon Stadium right here. Charizard Blastoise right here. So cool. They made it real.
Oh yeah, it is the exact same pose. All right, so it looks like they're just all over the place. And there's where the demo is.
They did let me film. Stefan said that we could film.
Oh yeah.
They filmed me. I was like, oh, thank you.
Okay, that's great. That's way better. I thought it was silly that we couldn't film.
Yeah, I was like, okay. That's good.
We'll just have to tell everybody what it's like.
Let me draw it for you.
At Play Pokemon events, there are typically third-party vendors who will sell individual TCG cards and plushes. At Portland Regionals earlier this year, I found the very last card that I was missing to complete my vintage jungle set, which was English Holofoil Wigglytuff. At Worlds, I was trying to complete another set. I'm only missing one card to complete my vintage fossil set, which is non-holographic Articuno. So I checked with each vendor there to see if they had one. One single vendor did have the card, but it was a particularly good quality, graded or first edition version, something like that, so it was like $50. So I passed on that. Instead, I picked up a couple of original Wizards Black Star promos that I was missing for around $13. I see some old cards.
Oh,
Non-holo?
you want Legendary Collection?
No.
The non-holo first edition is 50.
Oh, that's kind of more than I wanted to pay.
It's not going to help you, but I would have just given you one. I didn't know it was $1 billion.
Yes. Hi, Sweet Cakes. Oh, nice to meet you. Sorry.
These are also, I think, in alphabetical, but by set.
Yeah. I miss the old like Ken Sugimori art when he would draw stuff that wasn't just like stock. Like Charity is such cool art.
It's convenient that they laid them out this way. I think I'm missing that promo, the computer error.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one. And Pokemon Tower. I'm gonna get them both.
The reverse holos from the E Series, $9 for a reverse holo and an Ectric. That's insane. Oh, what?
Pokemon movie.
Oh, my Girl in the Wild. I need that one. I'm missing that from my collection.
I don't remember if I have the Mystery Song or not. I'll wait.
An $11 Espeon. What is going on?
These are good prices. Can I get the computer error and the Pokemon Tower? This year at Worlds, there was a pin rally where you could collect different pins for doing different activities. Creators were each given a bag of these Murkrow pins, which was a unique pin that attendees would need to trade us for specifically in order to collect them all. Now, I don't personally collect pins under normal circumstances, so I didn't go in with the goal to collect any. I just thought it would be fun to hand out the Murkrow pins. But it turns out that in a big event like this, pin trading is really fun, and it led to lots of nice interactions with people that I wouldn't have otherwise had. Quick and I got in line for the retro game corner, both because we wanted to play each other in Stadium, and also because you got this Froakie pin for playing a retro game there. But the retro games, we can do now. Actually, I may need to get more footage tomorrow. My thing is dead.
No! You don't have the battery pack on the bottom?
No.
Do you want to borrow mine?
What?
It just plugs into the
Oh,
bottom.
the battery? Oh, how do we get over there?
And the workshop.
There's like some art classes
Oh.
where like my friend is doing them, and she said that last year they painted something.
Oh.
So I'm not
kind of cute.
Yeah, like it looks like there's a bunch of craft supplies. I'm not entirely sure what they're making this year.
Oh. Okay. Nice. That's pretty cool.
The meta for Go is so weird.
I love it because there's stuff that never gets used in other aspects of the game. that
People
get used
will
here.
use unevolved Pokemon.
Like the charge bug thing was so weird to me.
Yeah, it's just super weird. It's because the unevolved Pokemon usually have like faster.
Right.
Yeah, so I think we've wandered into Hall B.
It's like right here, right?
Oh, we are in Hall B.
Yeah, because we walked right into the vendors after we saw the retro.
That's
thing.
right. Okay. So you said you started in. I got so distracted by the dumpster diving that I forgot what year.
We started doing Pokemon like exclusively in 2019.
In 2019, okay.
Yeah, I was sponsored by Dragon Shield to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively, so I started as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator actually.
Okay.
And I was at the National Championships playing in day 2 in Top Cut, and I got like supremely unlucky 3 games in a row, and it ended my run, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break, that sucks, because I grinded all year to qualify, and after that I just didn't come back. So I started doing Pokemon. Playing VG, I was like, I'm gonna shiny hunt my team, and then we'll do tournaments. And I was just like, we're just gonna shiny hunt.
What team? Just
so when I started, it was when Layton got its hidden ability in Sun and Moon, and so I was just doing like the pseudo method. I was doing all the methods to get my team right.
Mm-hmm. This is the what? This is the line?
I'm pretty sure,
Wow.
right? Because this is gaming lounge.
Oh my god.
So 2010, Hawaii. Trainers, just a reminder, no Eternatus exclusive merch, no prize packs, and no selling. Please do not pick it up. Thank you.
While we were waiting in line, we traded pins with tons of people. It reminded me of the old days of trading Pokemon cards. I just get a lot of dopamine from giving people things that they want, so it was fun to have a constant supply of pins that people really wanted. And all of the pins on my lanyard remind me of all the people that I traded with and all their smiling faces. Once we got up to the front of the line, we were told to go play Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, which I do enjoy, but we really wanted to play Stadium 2 so that we could do a battle now. We asked the staff member politely if we could switch to the N64 table, and they let us.
Yeah. One person. Can we just choose what we're playing? Do we have to play this?
If you want to try the adults, what's next to it?
Coliseum.
Hey, let's go. I'll put it to sleep. If you're gonna use sword, I would just
Can we trade you? Do you want to play pinball, or would you prefer to play this? You don't care?
You don't
okay.
care?
If you don't care, truly.
Now let's.
Okay, we'll go back to her.
Yes, we do have to play this.
Okay, I guess we're playing pinball.
One person.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right. Oh, it's not that bad. You made it sound really bad.
It's really bad, okay? You're just good. How about that?
One person. Maybe one. Right there on it. Do you play pinball?
I haven't played in like years.
One game.
I played real pinball recently
If it's done.
at the Pinball Museum that's in San Francisco.
One person.
That was super fun.
I mean, one game.
There's a pinball museum in in Portland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we play fairly frequently. I'm not like great at it, but
Yeah.
I love pinball.
The same. I like seeing all the different machines, especially the retro ones. They're so cool.
My favorite is Space Jam.
Space Jam, let's go.
It's a really fun board.
That's so cool. My favorite one at the one that was in San Francisco was like this AC/DC one that came out when Back in Black was brand new, so like 1980, and it plays just AC/DC the whole time.
Nice. Does this load in?
I don't know. Oh wait, the Pokeball's at 0.
It's time.
Oh. Dang. Now you're throwing.
I did have my crystal on me, but there was no transfer pack at the table, so instead we did the mode where the game gives you random NFV Pokemon to battle with. I managed to beat Quick by the skin of my teeth.
Alright, finally getting some battle content with Tama. You can't see what I'm using though.
So my reputation as the Gen 2 queen is safe for now.
Guys, Tama killed me in Pokemon. It was bad.
After this, Quick and I parted ways because I had a little meetup planned with members from the Egg Hangar, which is my Patreon/Twitch Discord server. We met up in the hallway outside of the convention halls on the floor next to a trash can where we wouldn't be in anyone's way. And we sat and chatted and mixed records in Gen 3 and mystery gifted in Gen 2. So, mission accomplished. I got to mix records at a convention. Pretty good.
Most of it's been at the Pokemon Center, which is regret. But yeah. So I have not mixed records before, so I'm not 100% sure how this works.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to walk me through this.
It's real easy. All we have to do is go to the Pokemon Center.
And that end.
The only other thing I think we have on our list today is the cosplay show. And I think that's the only thing, right? Just kind of wandering around.
That was pretty much the only other thing I had planned as well. I was gonna try and do a little card trading in the hall there, but it's hard to find old stuff there.
Right.
So I haven't had much luck yet.
Do any vendors have like cards for sale, or is it all just trading?
Oh yeah, there's vendors in the back of Hall A. You just walk back there. You can find all kinds of stuff for sale. I've already bought a bunch of stuff.
Well, there you go. I know you were looking for a couple of things for your personal collection.
Yes.
Okay, I'm assuming it's this one, right?
Yes, Cable Club. And then we go to Record Corner. Where is your sacred base?
With the trees, what's it called? The one that everyone uses.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one. Is it saying please wait for you?
Please wait, yeah.
Do we both pick record corner?
So it's here, right?
You're Ruby and Sapphire.
Can we still do it?
Do you mind if I?
Yeah.
I don't actually remember what the menu looks like for this. Yeah, record corner.
I also do have another cable at my backup at my hotel room if we need to try another one.
Oh my god, I thought my playtime was high. I haven't touched this game in so long. Like, I started playing a little bit more leading up to Worlds, but this is like my childhood copy, so.
A gold. You have so many trainer card stars. Cool. Wow. All right.
So what do we do now?
Stand on these squares. Yeah.
Nice. Is that it in here?
Yep, that's it. We can leave.
Cool. So now I can find your secret base, right?
Yes.
Is that how it works? Okay.
It's outside of Fortress.
Okay, I think that. What happens if we have the same one?
I don't know. I guess we don't get the other person's. But you said yours is in the tree that everybody uses.
Let me see. I think so. I just went there like fairly recently.
There is a NPC in Moss Deep that can tell you
Right.
places.
That kid. I think it's in by Fortree. Let me double check that. If it's not here, I'll just run a. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Oh no. So.
No, wait, we had the same base?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, this isn't you. This is somebody else.
Oh no, I'm in your base.
Okay, that's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So then where's yours?
That's a good question.
You have to check.
Let me fly.
Otherwise, I have to run around the entire region. He is the little kid in the house to the west of the Pokemon Center.
In Mallville?
In Boston.
Oh.
Oh, you probably got all of my bases.
Oh, okay. I was like, Matt.
I don't know who that is. It's somebody I mixed with. Probably when I was like in 3rd grade.
Oh, so this is your like original copy too, then?
No. Well, yes, it is my original. But I mixed records with one of my old save files from that time period. So you just inherit every base. Battle a clone of me. Is this you?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's
Yeah. Unfortunately, any shinies that you have will not appear shiny.
Oh no. I think I have one. Where's my Charizard?
Oh, your Pokemon are all level 100.
Yeah.
Oh no! Mine are not. Ouch.
How you doing today?
Aesthetics meet meta.
I don't know why I chose Gengar.
So this is her secret base. It's like a. You can decorate it with different stuff. Like as you go through the game, you can unlock new furniture and stuff. And there's a clone.
This Gengar is destroying me.
Fitting for TFC.
And so the team that she had when we wrecked it mixed is saved on my game now, so I can come and battle.
And I can team build to try to beat this team.
If I use my Battle Tower Pokemon, they'll at least be the same level. So yeah, I think this morning all I did was the opening ceremonies, and then we got free lunch, and then walked around a bit, waited in line to play Pokemon Stadium.
Right.
Oh, I have pins to trade, if anybody needs these pins.
I do, but we don't. Where do you start? So.
I don't know, I'm given like an infinite amount of these Murkrows to hand out to people, so
realizing the poses that I go to do the camera work is.
Why are you?
Well, because I have
You're
to do.
probably good. You don't
I have to
need
do
keep
subtle
filming.
movements.
Thank you.
Because you can't do sudden movements, otherwise it would make the camera work look bad. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I see we brought the same Pokeball.
Yeah, the one that we workshopped. All right,
Here you go.
you'll resume the battle. Oh, here you go.
That's so cute. Oh shoot! Sorry. Let me get whatever is in there already. You brought your GameCube?
It's an art verb. I was like thinking to myself, is there a way I can like steal a TV, commandeer a TV, and just give it to you?
Best.
Oh, I got more mail. I'm glad you got mail.
After the event was over and we all dispersed, everyone sent me pictures of them challenging me in their trainer house. I'm happy to report that no one could beat me. The final event of day one was a cosplay showcase on the main stage, which was hosted by Evolution Cosplay and Joe Brown. It wasn't a cosplay contest, there were no winners or losers, but instead it was a cosplay showcase where the crowd hyped up the cosplays, and the hosts describing details of how the costumes were made.
To celebrate creativity, passion, and Pokemon spirit. Welcome to the Cosplay Showcase. From jaw-dropping craftsmanship to fan-favorite human characters. This is one of the most colorful events of the whole weekend. I'm Joe Brown, one of your hosts, but let's give a warm round of applause to our other host here, Evolution Cosplay. Up first, we're gonna have Low High as Team Galactic Grunt. Created their own wig and cut, shape and form, created the earrings and logo as well. Loves to cosplay all the evil teams, their fourth one here, reaching Team Galactic.
Next we have Laz as Giovanni from Team Rocket.
Up next, we have Brian, the true Phantom Angel, as Looker. He's on the case. Oh, what's that?
Although I didn't participate in the showcase, I did do a little cosplay of my own this year. I went as Green from Pokemon Adventures. It was an extremely simple outfit made of things that I already had, but it was my first time actually cosplaying, especially at an event, and it was fun to have people all day commenting on my outfit, and I got to take a picture with the big Blastoise statue in Hall A. To end the evening, and to return Quick Panic's Osmo charger that I borrowed, I met up with some shiny hunters for dinner at a local bar. In attendance was Quick, Legend Link, Absol Blogs Pokemon, Pink Britters, Kaydan, Brosidon, and this guy called Ronk, who was shiny hunting for a female Combee in Gen 4 and kept getting shiny male Combee. He got something like 40 shiny male Combee before he finally got this one female Combee. It was so fun to talk to people who are as obsessed with the Pokemon games as I am. We talked about things like how the RNG in Gen 2 works, they don't do Masuda method or anything that raises the odds, why they prefer to shiny hunt Pokemon that they don't know for sure that they're going to be able to catch, and things like that. It definitely made me feel like picking up full-on shiny hunting again, since it had been so many years since I've done it. After dinner, we set up all of our games in the lobby of the Marriott that was attached to the convention center, and we did some shiny hunting in a group. There were a few more people there, like Joji and Blue Vector. I had my meet and greet the following day, and I was beginning to rack up a bit of a sleep deficit, so I ended up turning in a little earlier than everybody else there, but it was still really fun to hang out with them. Although I haven't done that much shiny hunting in a while, it was really fun to hang out with people who knew the games inside and out. The next morning, I got a bit of a late start because I wanted to shower and get into my cosplay before my meet and greet. Before I had to head over to the creator zone for my meet and greet, I packed up about 40 Tama plushes and lugged them from my hotel to the green room with the help of Jana. The influencer handler did tell me that the staff would hand out the plushes on my behalf, but it had to be framed as it was a gift from me because the Pokemon staff couldn't be handing out non-Pokemon plushes. Or at least that was how I understood it when it was explained to me. Basically, I wasn't really supposed to be able to do this, but the influencer handler was giving me a bit of a loophole so that I could still give out Tama plushes to people who came to my meet and greet. I ended up just barely having enough to give out one to everybody who came. When I arrived for my meet and greet, my slot was immediately after Alpharad and Jaden Animations, and when I got there, the line was already capped at 40 people. At first, I thought that the line was capped for them, and that my line hadn't started yet. But no, the line of 40 people was in fact for me, and more than the anticipated number of people had actually shown up to meet me. I was floored. They actually had to turn some people away because so many people showed up. As I started getting through the line, and I was meeting and talking to everybody who came to greet me, I was really surprised. A lot of the people who were in that line grew up watching my videos. About half of the people were big fans when my channel was at its peak about 10 years ago, and about half of the people in the line still watch my videos now. I know that back in the day my channel was a pretty big Pokemon channel, but sometimes it's hard to know if people still remember my content as something that they watched, since it was just one channel in a sea of content that existed. But not only did people remember me, but they showed me Pokemon that they raised using my videos as guides all the way back then. A few ladies thanked me for being a voice for femme Pokemon fans for so long. During my meet and greet, I was trying to be really focused because my priority was making sure that people knew that I was happy that they came and that they got something positive out of the interaction, since I didn't have that much time with each person. But when I got back to my hotel room that night, I was like sobbing with gratitude. I was so touched that so many people came and all the nice things that people said to me, that people remember me after all these years, that all that work back then still means something to some people. Thank you to everybody who came. It did mean a lot to me to interact face to face with people who were watching my videos all these years, new and old. When I was done meeting everybody, one of the staff members who was helping with my meet and greet actually asked for a photo. After my meet and greet, it was time to start making my way over to the area that they had snagged for the unofficial retro shiny hunting meetup challenge. Over 200 shiny hunting players were seated across two massive sections of the competition hall. As I mentioned, I had brought a ton of systems, so I set up all of my games and I attempted to multi-hut. had. I have a copy of Fire Red in Japanese that I got on Mercari Japan a few years ago, where the person had obtained the Mystic ticket and had access to Naval Rock, but they never caught Lugia or Ho-Oh. So I was resetting for Lugia on one system, then on my other systems I set up random wild encounter hunts for Minun and Emerald, Meowth and Leaf Green, and whatever I could find in Route 2 on my DS in White 2. In hindsight, I should have been looking in Gen 2, using eggs to try to increase the odds of actually finding something in the hour that we were shiny hunting, but I will keep that in mind for next year. I of course did not personally find any shinies, but across the 2 sections, about a dozen shiny Pokemon were found in the 1 hour, with so many people hunting simultaneously on so many systems. Try to remember what it was like when you were a kid, and you were playing Pokemon with a group of kids on the playground, and they were looking over your shoulder watching you play, and being super impressed when you found a hidden item or something. Now multiply that by like 200 people, all cheering and chatting and having a good time, and you'll have an idea of what being there was like.
Oh, it looks like Pokeball's gone.
I realized.
I'd reach it, but it's
I forgot that I left my phone attached to my body, so we'll see how it goes.
This is my, oh sorry. This is my Jolteon Ripweave.
I love it.
Thank you. It's like Gale Dark. Pichu in this one.
Only do I keep getting like the same prizes. I feel like maybe that's what happens when you scan these.
Another 99 watts. Okay.
Same exact thing as last time.
Okay. So I've got Plusle, this will be Meowth, and then I'm soft resetting for Lugia in that one. Oh my gosh, there's like no room. Oh, I need to move that. That's a good idea.
Like we are allowed. I gotta get in the groove of like getting especially like
Oh, you weren't in the shot. There you go.
One of my favorite features of Black and White 2 were the medals that you could earn for doing different things in the game. I always wanted to try to collect them all, but there are some medals in the game that are really hard to earn because they require massive amounts of people all playing together locally. Namely, the 30 people FunFest medal, where you need 30 people to all play one FunFest mission locally at once. Absol Pokemon has been organizing meetups for people to get together and earn this medal at big gatherings like this for years now. And I was so excited for the chance to finally get in on one and earn the medal for my own original White 2 save file. Immediately after the Retro Shiny Challenge ended, around 80 people all clustered around one set of tables in the convention hall, and Absol set up the FunFest mission and directed us all to join. Just by running around Castelia City and collecting items, we were able to earn the 10 passerby, 30 passerby, 30 people FunFest, score 100, and score 1000 medals all in one go. I was so pleased to be a part of this because this is something that I've wanted to do since the game first came out over 10 years ago. And even with my audience at that time, organizing something like this seemed really impossible.
Hello, we're in the middle of starting this now, but after it's done. Okay, meet me at the same table, okay?
All of y'all got the sea gears on?
Trying to get sketch a game.
Okay, trying to get sketch a game? Gotcha. I have extra games in my bag too. Gotcha.
I am so grateful that Absol, Quick, and Nora all took the initiative to make these gatherings happen and to organize such massive numbers of people. It really showed me that even as mainstream as Pokemon has become now, there are still so many of us that are really passionate about the games. And all that it took was an event like this and some leadership to bring us all together. There was nothing like this at any Worlds I had attended in the past. Finally, when all of the retro activities were finished, I basically parked myself at one of the tables that was being used for the retro meetups and ended up trading Pokemon, mixing records, and mystery gifting with more viewers, some of whom had come to the meet and greet and some of whom couldn't get in. And I stayed there doing that for like 3 hours. I had some really great interactions with people, and it was fun checking my secret bases when I got home to see what people had set up. Sir Toasty Toes, who is like the internet's #1 Gen 3 enthusiast, had brought the authentic Japanese Regidoll promo e-reader card. I had brought a copy of Ruby in Japanese just in case I ran into him, because I really wanted a chance to scan an authentic copy of the card into one of my games. But unfortunately, when I sat down to try and do it with him, I found out that you can't use the e-reader features in Ruby and Sapphire until after you have Norman's badge, and I had just started a new save file. So unfortunately, I'll have to try that again next year. Actually, speaking of e-reader cards, loads of people had custom Battle E cards that they were handing out. Possibly all of these cards were made by one person, or at least printed by one person, whose name is Fex Collects. I was obsessed with the e-reader and the Battle E cards as a kid, but I didn't know a single other person who had them. So it is surreal to have people in present day swapping cards and making custom content for the feature. Sir Toasty Toes and Fex Collects actually made a card that distributes a special ribbon for your Pokemon to commemorate Worlds, similar to the unreleased ribbons that were originally going to be in the game. So day 3 was upon us, dawn of the final day. The main thing on the itinerary for this day was that the finale of all of the competitive formats were going to be taking place throughout the day in the stadium, the arena attached to the convention center, the IRL Pokemon Stadium. It had a max capacity of 6,000 people, and once you went in, they gave you a wristband, and if you left, they cut your wristband so that you couldn't come back in. So it was a little bit competitive to get seating in the arena. Thanks to Pokemon, I didn't have to worry about that because they saved me a seat. So I had the opportunity on this last day to squeeze in a few final things that I wanted to try and do before the halls closed for good. One of the main things that I wanted to do was I wanted to track down Celurba, Pokemon Center New York Gen 2 Pokemon distribution replica that they made. Basically, they built a program that could distribute any of the original Gen 2 event Pokemon from the Pokemon Center New York to an actual Gen 2 cartridge.
As well, if that's cool.
Perfect.
I asked Julie to come over and check it out. Yeah, cool. I see your cart. So
Go for it.
I'll let you know when the thing's up and running so you can start filming.
Okay. I was so excited about this. I was looking forward to it all weekend.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel bad. Quick has been telling me like kind of play tag a little bit, trying to like find each other. And I saw you at the Retro Shiny Challenge, and then like as I was going to like approach you to show the device or whatever, you started the Fun Fest thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, the whole thing.
It took me a while to track them down, and while I was looking for them, I stumbled on another fan project, Pokemon Rescue. These guys had this big briefcase with like a screen, a GameCube, and a bunch of past games, and basically they would help you move your Pokemon up from any past generation up to the Switch games. And they also had the bonus discs, like Japanese bonus disc for Celebi and the English one for Jirachi, to give away those Pokemon for Gen 3 games. The display they had set up was quite impressive. Go.
So here we have the Pokemon Rescue Station. Throughout Pokemon Worlds this year, we've been helping trainers bring their old Pokemon up from like Generation 3, 4, and 5 up to Pokemon Home. This whole thing is based off of a trailer from 2017 that was released in Japan, where a task force would help people rescue their old Pokemon from the old Pokemon games. Pokemon hasn't really talked about being able to do that for, I guess at this point, like 8 years. But I think it's really cool that so many people have these really deep connections with their original Pokemon. So far this week, we've helped multiple people bring their very, very first starter from Pokemon Leaf Green. We rescued a Toys R Us Mew that somebody got when they were kids.
Awesome.
Somebody brought a shiny Spinda that they caught when they were 10 years old in Pokemon Sapphire. And then the other side of things is we're also helping people collect old events that they would have missed out on. So we have the Eon ticket. We've been giving out the Eon ticket kind of all weekend. Right now we're giving away Jirachi using the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc to Ruby and Sapphire. And then the Eon ticket. And then what else? And we've given away a couple of Celebis from the Japanese Pokemon bonus disc, where a couple people just happened to have Japanese copies of Ruby and Sapphire on them that had completed saves.
Awesome. That's a good one to give, because then they don't have to play Coliseum.
Yeah. I had to play Coliseum in Japanese.
And purify everything.
The first time I did that, I had to play like English side by side with the Japanese because I could not figure out a lot of the routing. Because it's all just like, you go here, then you go here.
Right.
And then the other thing was the code, where you have to put the access code in of the different Pokemon in one of the labs. I didn't note down what the Pokemon were.
Right.
And I couldn't like read any of the text to go back and find what codes they were, so I had to brute force like putting every single code in to open the doors.
Yeah, if you save there and then like stop playing, you're screwed. You have to do that every time.
I had to brute force it, especially because at one point I was setting up 8 systems to Shiny Hunt, so I had to brute force that code 8 times.
Oh my god.
But yeah, this is what we've been working on. It's been a lot of fun.
Cool. When I finally found Celerba, I was so excited to try out their distribution machine. Oh my gosh! This is so cool.
Alright, we've got another distro here with Tama Hero. We've got her crystal here. And it is a little interactive, so if you want to go ahead and tap the screen there. So it's already in, so you're good there. As soon as this old tablet decides to work, we should be good.
This is still better than my tablet.
Yeah.
Oh,
you need a free slot.
okay. Let me do that real fast, sorry. I was hoping to get the Moonlight Nidoran female, but instead I ended up getting the Hydro Pump Dratini, which, if you recall, is one of the Pokemon that I wanted to get for my Stadium 1 teams when I did my video planning teams for Stadium. Ooh, Dratini! Does it always take long?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
It's not my save data that's bad.
No.
Okay,
So
great.
Backup was created. It's kind of a design oversight. The finger blocks the touch.
Oh.
So dumb. So these are the two modes we've got. We've got Shuffle mode, which is all of the starters and legends. And then the calendar mode is what was being distributed today back in 2002, which was their Safari Week. It's got Nidoran, male and female, Chansey, Kangaskhan, and Tauros. And they all have like special moves and everything. They're all eggs, so 15% chance of being shiny. And then the buttons, I messed up the math. So the buttons are like up here.
Okay.
So just tap higher than where you're looking to go.
I want the Nidoran if I can get it.
Okay, cool.
Is it random?
Yes.
Okay. But I guess I won't know what I got until I hatch the egg.
Yes.
That's really exciting.
Is complete.
All right, above the finger.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so now you get to take it out.
Cool.
And we'll see what you got.
I have to hatch it. Oh my gosh. It's too bad there's no flame body in Gen 2.
Yeah, right.
It's in my party, so I can just go straight to...
Yep.
Where am I? Guess I'll just run around Johto.
Yeah, so the hatch cycles were maxed out, so it should take just one cycle left to hatch it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be here like for 30 minutes hatching this egg.
That was hard.
Oh, it's already hatching.
Julie!
Ooh, Dratini!
I forgot Dratini was in there.
What's its special move?
I don't remember. I honestly forgot it was in the list. So.
Oh, I got a nickname it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name it Anaheim.
This is what I was telling you about.
Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Hey! I'm so glad I found you!
Yeah, no, I was like, I have to find you at least some point today.
That's amazing. That's so
Okay,
cool.
let's see.
That cool?
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh, yeah, stats.
Oh my god.
Hydro Pump! Oh! I wanted this for Stadium 1.
Oh, perfect.
Yes!
That's huge.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hey! I'm holding so many things, sorry.
It's all good.
I should have brought my gold card. I should have.
Yeah, I know.
It's one thing to jump through hoops to get preserved event Pokemon from the internet, but getting it in person at a real Pokemon event feels so much more special. When I get to use this guy for Stadium, it will just be a complete full circle experience. Since I did my own Gen 1 and 2 100% playthroughs, so many people have built these really cool fan projects around Gens 1 and 2. Going to a real Pokemon event involving a real life Pokemon Stadium to get a real in-person Pokemon event distribution to use in the Pokemon Stadium video game. I could not have imagined something like this when I was doing my own Gen 2 100% playthrough. I think after all this time, even back in 2015 all the way to today, the Pokemon community and connecting over these games that we love is still what is the most special about going to Worlds. It's really these special moments that fans put together for other fans to enjoy, just from sheer passion, is something that I'm really grateful for. So now that I had gotten my Pokemon Center New York distribution Pokemon, the only thing left on my list of things that I wanted to try to do to take advantage of having so many Pokemon nerds around was to try to rope some people into helping me earn the wireless minigame trainer card stars in my Leaf Green for my 100% playthrough. If you haven't seen my video detailing all of the objectives for 100%ing Gen 3, one of the trainer cards stars that you can earn in Fire Red and Leaf Green basically requires 3 Game Boy Advances, 3 wireless adapters, and 3 copies of Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Emerald, and 3 sets of brains and hands. I've tried to do this before with just me and Chaz, but it wasn't possible for just the 2 of us, but I thought maybe I could knock this objective off the list with the help of some of these retro game enthusiasts that were right nearby. So once I got to my seat in the stadium, I asked Absol and Quick to try it with me. Unfortunately, as I found out, a stadium with thousands of people and loads of wireless interference is basically the worst possible environment to try this activity in.
It's 1% too.
You guys go to get a Dodrio and you're there for like 3 days because you have to get a shiny.
We could just get a no duo and
We could, yeah.
You can catch them as Dodrio though.
Yeah, is it 5 or 1? It's 5%. So.
Okay, that's
It's in the mock bike area. It is, yeah. So you gotta walk over. Let's race to catch a Dodrio. This is like the Weezing stream. That's like the Weezing stream, yeah.
Closer, but now we're just stuck with another monkey in the active here, passing back over to Justin.
Well, that's my original Shadow Lugia. I named it Azazaza for some reason.
Why? ZA!
Yeah,
Happen here. I want to see the power of Dragon Pokey acting. Justin is getting there as his cars are minute back to back, keeping it off behind Rapids. What do you see,
Do you have the model of Ho-Oh?
The what?
The model Ho-Oh?
The Mount Battle?
Mount Battle Ho-Oh?
I don't have that one yet, no. Oh, you don't have
I have that one on my
I need to get it.
Man,
I transferred all of mine up, and I want them back on original games, so I'll probably do it again at some point soon.
Yeah, I have one, and it's like just sitting in my Gen 311 decks right now. I've never seen this actually happen before. That's our go!
Married by name. Married by name.
Egg.
Who's the leader?
I'll make the lead. Alright, you can join.
Egg.
Our young trainers may be at the start of their journeys, but they are the future of our competitive game.
We're just gonna have like a yellow streak just go across the screen every once in a while.
Who's unavailable.
Try again.
Really? I was just going to turn off the game.
We have to hold our games like this the whole time.
Then I'll have to do this.
Okay, we have 3 people.
Cool.
Oh my god, who?
We're gonna have to do this while being blinded during the middle of it.
Do you want me to like go in behind or something? I'm not.
Is it not in all the way? I think these adapters just suck.
Oh, mine's probably not in.
Oh.
Communication error.
Palm error.
It's a good thing I saved. Could you imagine if I just switched See, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's neat.
Which one am I?
I think you're the middle
just
one.
assumed I was in the middle. I'm the middle. I'm the middle.
Okay, then I've been playing really
We're all in the
badly.
middle. Nobody's on the sides. This is so sad. I think it just like naturally puts us in the middle.
Okay. Now that I'm in the middle, now that I know which one I am, I can actually play.
Yeah, it said egg in the middle, so I think it is, yeah.
Uh-oh, I dropped one. Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna have to do it again.
Oh man.
I'll have to probably do another run.
Yes.
Does it let you do another one, or do you have to like
Wait.
redo the comment?
I have to look up what I actually need to get really quick.
Oh, I got 910. That's crazy.
That might be enough. I need to check if we've made it or not.
Did we make it or not? That's the question.
Congratulations and have wonderful results with them. Certainly an incredibly versatile trainer here. Whereas Sosuke just look at the team that they've come up with. We see you, Pikachu. You were looking Sparky and Zappy up there, my friend. Let's hear it for
Sparky
Pikachu.
and Zappy. Woo! Dodrio berry picking.
Pikachu is. We're not going to see it in the finals though.
Come on.
Slower than you trying to get a good drew already.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, then maybe we already did it, but I just got a communication error.
No.
Let me check. I don't remember if I had a second star yet.
Uh-oh. Check if you guys are done.
Did you guys have another star?
You get one for E4, right?
Yeah.
No, we didn't get one.
Okay, we didn't get it. Oh wait, but Emerald doesn't have it.
Yeah, true.
An Emerald card thing. Oh.
Do we want to just do it one more time?
Yeah,
just in
we'll do
case?
it one more time.
Kind of shows quick games too.
Yeah, I'll keep doing this forever.
Okay.
I want to hit max scores. This is our favorite thing. So.
You want to get the max possible score?
I want to try.
I don't think my arm could
We
take it.
can try. You don't have to record that whole time.
In such incredible space. Now, just look.
It's insane how bad these wireless adapters are.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have one.
There's probably a lot of interference in here.
Oh, I guess that's true. They didn't expect us to be using it in 2025 in an arena.
Yeah.
At the World Championships. Mid.
When you started before, around the time of the dinosaurs? Maybe slightly before the dinosaurs. Wow. That could have been the reason for the meteorite striking. Yeah, so you know the blue tops are like this. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's nice. So I got on the speed dial. Yeah, well, he can't reach the speed dial, but he tries his best. Yeah, sure. Hello, Pikachu! We got another one there, everybody! Let's have another cheer for Pikachu! The atmosphere is appropriately electric.
They're gonna pan over to us and be like, "These guys are not paying attention."
We're doing something really important.
This is super important,
It's so
Charlie.
important, way more important than what's going on right now.
Very nice. What about, okay, I'm going to put the name for this partner, Evie. Let's go with Shannon. Shannon?
God, it's going so slow. I clicked too fast.
Uh-oh. Look, it's running like a flashing red light. Is that battery or something? What's going
I
on?
don't, it's probably not battery. It might be that I
Oh yeah,
have
it's
a
not
space.
battery, yeah.
You can stop recording. I probably got what I need.
All right.
I wonder if there are audio cues.
Oh, maybe. Oh, my audio's already on.
Which one are you going to watch?
Yeah.
Are you ready for games? Let's go. Yeah, I'm watching both at the same time now. I've been training my whole life for this by shiny hunting on like 12 consoles at once.
Exactly. It's like your fish training. But that's something you never do.
I would never do that now.
We've got that electric train, we've got that sun in the sky, but which of these Pokemon from Area Zero is going to be emerging a hero?
I did press it. No, I don't.
The latency was so bad we could barely play the games, and the systems basically needed to be touching to stay connected to each other. We were not able to complete either minigame, and eventually we just gave up so that we could watch the VGC finals. So now I have learned big meetups are an ideal opportunity for trying tons of fun multiplayer things in old Pokemon games, but anything involving the wireless adapters requires basically a totally isolated setting where you can benefit from less signal interference and also being able to actually hear the audio cues in the minigames. This year at Worlds, Pokemon Legends ZA was actually being demoed by Nintendo out in the vendor hall. This is not actually anything new for Worlds. In 2015, Pokken for the Wii U was announced, and they had Pokken arcade machines there for everybody to try it. At the time, all you needed to do to try the Pokken demo was to wait in a long line. This year, the demand is so great for the Legends ZA demo that everyone was required to make a reservation to play it through their Nintendo account beforehand for a designated time slot, and there were limited slots available that booked out really quickly. I was able to secure a slot for the demo, but it unfortunately coincided with the VGC finals and was the very last slot available. Once again, thank you to Jana, who went to play the demo in my place to get some footage of it and give us her thoughts.
As the demo started, we were dropped off in a small plaza with a rival and a handful of low-level Pokemon: Chikorita, Mareep, Fletchling, and Weedle. We started off as the female protagonist, Harmony, and of course the first thing I had to test was if there was a spinning animation, which is, of course, very important information. Sadly, however, it didn't seem like anything happened when the character model was spun about. Ah well, perhaps in the full game it will be added. We were to battle trainers in this first section, as it was nighttime in Lumiose, and with it, the ZA Royale was underway. Plus, some boulders blocked our path forward anyways, so exploration was quite limited. The movement itself felt really smooth, and the frame rate crisp, and the animations of the Pokemon to follow along with you were just the cutest. I always love seeing Mareep's tail glow like that. As we entered into battles, it appeared that commanding your Pokemon to attack would cause them to move to that location, potentially dodging the attacks of the enemy Pokemon. But frankly, at least in this short demo, I didn't get a solid grasp on how to position my Pokemon at all, and ended up taking a lot more damage than I'd like to as a result. I feel like with some more time I could have experimented, but I knew it was on a timer, so I moved ahead with the battles as best I could. The actual fighting was quite fun, bringing to mind a bit of Xenoblade Chronicles or Yokai Watch 4 in how the real-time combat played out with the various cooldowns, especially with regards to switching out, resulting in refreshing those cooldowns, encouraging swapping team members during battle more than ever. A lot of times in Pokemon games, you're actively punished for switching, at least in competitive matches, which this game was later shown to have. But here, it was pretty smooth to just call out your next one. To quote Todd Howard, it just works. And on that note, the next segment involved teaching the new sneaking mechanic, and I couldn't help but chuckle at the waist-high walls set up during this section. It felt a little unsportsmanlike to just ambush other trainers, but since these were the rules of the road, so to speak, I went for it, and the actual effect was quite satisfying. So many RPGs have an ambush mechanic, so I suppose it was only a matter of time until Pokemon joined the fray. And up to this point, stealth mechanics basically boil down to sneaking up on wild Pokemon, but now trainers' Pokemon are fair game. And since long-range moves work for sneak attacks, I get the feeling that Stealth Archer will be a popular as ever stratagem. Viva la Skyrim! After being directed to return to Mr. Rival Urbane for some healing, I took the opportunity to check out the urban environment we found ourselves in, looking up at the various buildings and being pleasantly surprised that they featured a variety of window dressings to keep it from looking too visually cluttered or samey. Some with lights on, some shades left half closed, and others completely dark. It's a subtle touch, but much appreciated. As I approached the next trainer, I found out that it's really not that big a deal if you get caught while trying to stealth. The battle just starts as usual without the bonus hit. Afterwards, I did everyone a service and inspected the trash piled up in the alleyway, another very important job, to see how they handled incidental elements of urban life in the city. I found that even if they had some repeated elements, they were all arranged in various ways to keep it from feeling like they used the same drag-and-dropped objects pasted into the space. I mean, it's no Yokai Watch with the level of detail, but It did make it feel like we were working our way through the outskirts of normal city life, deep in the jungle of back pathways and cramped alleys within a city. At this point, I was guided by the employee to ignore the on-screen text and bashed my head against a high-level threat to end off the demo on a loss. A scripted loss, so to speak. I do feel like if I had a better grasp on how to position my Pokemon, I could have put up a better fight, but it was over in a flash, and it was on to the next area. I was given an opportunity to give my feedback to the Nintendo employee, and I told them how much I appreciated being able to actually thoroughly explore an expansive city, which is something we really haven't done in previous Pokemon games. Cities are usually an abbreviated shorthand of an actual location, so seeing it broadened in scope to really give an urban exploration feel was refreshing. He did ask if I'd be buying the game on launch date, and I said of course. I'd be streaming it. After the first part of the demo was over, we were shuffled around the second area where they had a rogue Mega Evolution battle and a snippet of actual story, as well as a vendor confirming the existence of mints, which I'm guessing means you will not need to unlock them like you did in Legends Arceus, unless this was for some reason set up just for the demo to change the nature of your Chikorita, the only Pokemon you have in your party at the start of the section, which seems less likely. They did allow us to change our moves around, I noticed. So that quality of life improvement has been carried over, thankfully. We were dropped into another nighttime section as the male protagonist this time, Paxton, and Mega Shards littered the more open landscape of this part of Lumio City. There seemed to be a decent amount of verticality, as I could see areas we should be able to traverse both above us and down by the waterways, and I was itching to go off the beaten path, but with a very helpful person carrying a camera just behind me, I felt it would be rude to disregard the content set out in front of us. As we approach Zygarde's 10% form, Doggard, we see that something is going on one of the nearby roofs, and we get yeeted by Doggard, I guess by the scruff of our neck, and arrive on the rooftop. I don't know how our protagonist is so chill with this. I can only guess this must not be the first weird occurrence we have in this game. The breakaway is a bit silly, but I do have to say I like the Quick Attack-esque disappearance animation that follows. Atop the roof, we are left to deal with an Absol that looks way out of sorts, wreathed with mega power, as Emma catches up to us from the alleyway below. Her design looks so good in this game, and she even has a stealth black Rotom phone case, which is a small but fun detail that works super well with her overall stealth suit look. And then the most hilarious height difference duo joins them, and there is something so funny about Lucario, which already people overestimate the height of, utterly towered over by AZ. That thing could sit on his shoulder like Ash and Pikachu and no one would bat an eye. Anyways, he has Lucario give us the Mega Ring, and just like X and Y, our first real Mega Evolution ends up being Mega Lucario, this time versus the rogue Mega Absol. The latter summons an arena for us to fight in, and I was pleased to see that they kept the roof texture as the floor for the fight. They could have very easily just had some generic energy floor, but at least it made the area feel connected, like we were blocked off and not teleported to some other dimension for the fight. It's the little things, you know? Now, I have to say, during this fight, I may or may not have forgotten how to use the dodge button entirely, which is a bit of a problem when the Mega Evolution tends to target the player rather than just the Pokemon. But even still, it wasn't too hard to avoid the incoming projectiles. And I did notice they had a useful prompt on screen via a nice hologram of Emma, which gave major Holocaster vibes. A nice callback to the previous X and Y communication method. With everything going all Rotom phone, they didn't have to do that. In fact, all of the holograms in the city give off the Holocaster look. Something to keep an eye on. The fight itself was quite fun, and frankly an upgrade from the in-again, out-again of the noble Pokemon fights in Arceus. It takes the same sort of action spectacle and keeps it in one cohesive fight, without switching to turn-based part right through. It was overall quite a fun battle, though the ending left me wondering where Absol went, as the only thing that remained after it poofed out of existence was its Megastone. I mean, it showed up later to join our team, but then why did it disappear in a puff of smoke? A small nitpick perhaps, because the animation of us receiving that Megastone was quite cool admittedly. The screen then hand-wavingly faded to black as we rejoined Emma and AZ on the ground. Tawny shows up at this point, apparently having been summoned by AZ and arriving late to the scene. Surprised at us having fought the rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon, and also alluding to some mysterious company that we're attempting to get more info on by winning the ZA Royale. And that's about where the demo came to a close. Once again, I was able to talk to the Nintendo employee about my thoughts on the game. I really explained to them a few things I mentioned here, as well as my slight disappointment that the rivals of this game were gender-locked, such that you could not play as Harmony and hang out with Tawny, and vice versa for Paxton and Urbane. I know at least some members of the Egg Hanger would have been furious if this injustice was not brought to their attention. After a bit of back and forth, where they asked me what Pokemon I'd be going with, probably Chikorita or Totodile, they let me loose to acquire a ticket for a free poster to commemorate the event. All in all, I'd have to say that everyone involved was super accommodating and nice, and the demo itself only made me more excited to actually have hands-on with the game to see how it plays over time. But what we got, it was more than enough to sell me on it personally. I do wish we'd been able to do some of the capturing gameplay to get a feel for how it compares to Arceus, but I'm sure they didn't want to deal with folks opening up the Pokedex or revealing numbers, etc. I just want to know if they keep the shiny sound effect so our ice drain from Scarlet and Violet can finally heal. But that will come in time, I'm sure. By this point, the VGC finals were well underway, so I took my spoils of war and headed back to my seat with the rest of the Egg Hanger. Back to you, Tama.
So getting to the finale, the finals of all the competitive formats. This was the biggest night and day difference from 2015. Back then, the finals took place on the same stage as the rest of the competitions. There were also fewer formats back then. There was only TCG and VGC. And the only difference between the finals and the previous days of play was just that there were more spectators watching and fewer people playing. This year, the stadium was insanely impressive. The stage itself was a huge screen that animated to show which Pokemon were selected, status moves, attack animations, weather effects, and so on. It was like something out of an anime. And I was pretty excited that having actually finished Scarlet and Violet in the DLC, and having gotten better at the battling mechanics of the game through trying some of these hard endgame challenges like the Battle Frontier, I could actually understand what was happening in the VGC finale without getting lost. In between matches, the Pikachu mascot character came out and directed the crowd in cheers, and there were guys firing t-shirts out of cannons, and the MCs ran trivia with the audience. And it was so exciting to watch with a crowd of thousands of people all cheering and reacting to what was happening in the battles, just like in Pokemon Stadium. Even in 2015, Pokemon had a great commentary team, energetic people who really understood the game well and could help the audience follow along with the big beats of what was happening in each match. So the commentary wasn't new this year, but I still appreciated having them there, helping us follow along with what was happening, because even understanding Pokemon battling as someone who plays the games, it is still difficult to follow along with such high-level play. The metagame is balanced around what other trainers are using, so it's an experience you can't quite fully understand without doing competitive battling in that generation yourself. So I appreciated that while the opponents were selecting their moves, the commentators were there to fill us in on what was influencing the players making their decisions. I can only imagine what it must be like to be up on that stage and playing in front of thousands of people. I know that VGC is one of the toughest formats to make the top cut in, but it was so inspiring. Maybe when Pokemon Champions comes out, I will actually try to play against real people again. Resume my extremely short-lived competitive Pokemon career. In 2015, the awards and the closing ceremonies for Worlds were really just a podium with the winners getting their trophies, and the only announcement that they made that year was the location of the next year's Worlds. In 2025, the closing ceremony was a huge production. It was still in the stadium that all the final matches took place in. First, Michelle Ray came out and performed 2 songs with a live orchestra accompaniment, and it was on the same animated stage that the matches took place in. So there were lots of cool animated effects that emphasized her performance. We were so impressed at her live singing as well. It sounded amazing. And then the winners were crowned in each format and each division, with everyone receiving their super heavy Pikachu trophies. I think the last time that an American had won in every category was the last Worlds that I attended in 2016. So I think I must be a good luck charm, because 9 years later, the only Worlds that I had attended since then, it happened again. Anna Prosser also came out again, and she had an emotional speech culminating her 10th year as the MC of Worlds. Not many people have been involved with the Pokemon Play events for as long as she has, so it was touching to see her acknowledge her journey from 2015 to now. Finally, Ishihara came back out and then basically introduced a Pokemon Direct full of announcements from each facet of the franchise. I was secretly hoping that they might drop some more news about Pokemon Champions and whether or not there would be any single-player battling challenges like in the original Stadium games, or I was hoping that they would announce a new Mega Pokemon for Legends ZA. In 2014, they had announced Mega Kangaskhan at Worlds, and that was the year before I had finally managed to go. So I was really hoping for getting a second chance at being in the room when a Mega Pokemon was announced. Instead, it was mostly TCG announcements, and a new gameplay mode was announced for Legends ZA. Oh well, at least in 2016 I was there when they announced Crabrawler, so I got to be there for one Pokemon reveal.
With the Mega Time Flame? Yeah. There's a Mega thing in the bottom right corner. It was there on the Talon Flame. Yeah. Oh my god.
Your Pokemon faints. You can still rally and dive back in. This is still anyone's game. These trainers are back on their feet. They decide to switch up their Pokemon. 1.5 minutes left. We're halfway through. Mega Ampharos' battle with Go-Go is heating up. Fruit barrels in from the side with hyper voice.
Whoa! Hit both of them. That's crazy. This looks fun. This looks super fun.
10 seconds left on the clock.
Yes, yes. Oh my god. Battle Royale.
Dragonite made in the box. And it unleashes. Huge upset in the final 10 seconds. Dragonite's trainer takes a clear victory. These furious four-player battles await you in Pokemon Legends ZN. Pre-order now.
Yep, oh, they look better. Oh, please tell me it's real gameplay. These animations are sick. These are.
But for me, the biggest and most exciting announcement was that Eternatus was being released in Pokemon Go that evening, and that we in Anaheim would be the first in the world to get to catch it. I was so excited. Chaz and I are huge Pokemon Go players, and he is extremely into the D-Max and G-Max mechanic. It's essentially like a new strategy mode added on top of the existing gameplay loop for Go. You have to team up with huge groups of people to take down really difficult Pokemon bosses, and some optimization and strategy is actually required in these really difficult battles. You need an attacker, you need a tank to put up shields, you need a healer to restore HP, and so on. We go to campfire events in our local area every weekend to get the newest D-Max or G-Max Pokemon with our local community of Go players. So I was so excited to be one of the first people in the world to get the G-Max finale Pokemon Eternatus. The creators were all directed to go outside and meet in front of the big inflatable Pikachu in front of the convention center, and all 200 plus creators showed up in this one little space, and there was one guy with a camera, and they filmed all of us catching Eternatus together. A 0.2 second shot of me looking at my phone made it into an official Pokemon Go YouTube clip. I was so pleased. I made Eternatus my buddy Pokemon for that whole entire week before it was released in the event for everyone outside of Anaheim the following weekend, just to brag that I got to be there to get it first. I also managed to get a shiny G-Max Gengar while I was there, because there were over 100 people there getting into these huge G-Max lobbies. Hundreds of people all playing Pokemon Go in one area is really something to behold. It felt even bigger than it was in 2016. During the closing ceremonies, they also announced Pokemon XP, which will be some kind of additional Pokemon experience alongside next year's Pokemon World Championships in San Francisco.
That's not him. don't know either.
What is that? What's exploding? I'm going to PokemonSC.com right now.
I have absolutely no inside information on what this event is going to be like, so this is just my own speculation and not official information, but I do suspect that because Pokemon Worlds has gotten so big, that Pokemon XP is going to be like an official Pokemon convention for all of these experiences to better communicate to the general public what kind of event Worlds is. Because hearing that the Pokemon World Championships are going to be in San Francisco, you don't really have an idea of the full scope of activities that you get to do at an event like this, beyond watching the matches or competing if you're a player. So I suspect that it won't be that drastically different, but every year Worlds has grown and it has evolved, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like next year. And that concludes my trip to the real-life Pokemon Stadium at Pokemon Worlds 2025. I was so busy that whole weekend that I barely got a moment to rest, but at the same time there was so much to do that there was a lot that I never got around to. I only got 3 of all the pins that were available for the pin rally, but in some ways that's great because it does give me even more to look forward to next year going back. For my patrons / channel members, I am opening up YouTube channel memberships this month. Basically, I'm going to be porting as many existing rewards over to YouTube for similar prices as an alternative option for pledging if you prefer joining through YouTube memberships to pledging on Patreon. To be transparent, I am doing this because YouTube offered me a cash bonus to turn on channel memberships, and that has influenced my decision to do that. I do recommend that if you're pledging on Patreon to stay pledged on Patreon, because not all of my rewards will easily translate from one platform to the other. For example, on Patreon, $20 patrons get to submit topics for the monthly bonus video, and $5 patrons get to vote in a poll for which of those submitted topics gets made into the bonus video. Those rewards won't exist on YouTube because there isn't a simple way for me to aggregate poll results from 2 different platforms at the same time. So if being involved in the topic submission and voting process is fun and exciting to you, you should probably stay pledged on Patreon. If you just want access to the Discord and to watch the bonus videos once they are made, you can do that from either YouTube or Patreon. I'm also hiring an editor to help me make this video and all of the Japan vlogs going forward so that I can get those done faster and more efficiently. So thank you for your patience, and I'll see you in the next bonus video.